So explain to us the three Bs.
The three Bs is bread sharing, breastfeeding and bonding. It's generally about keeping the babies close to you, keeping them close, attached, nurtured, and then allowing them to kind of go out into the wild a little bit, come back and then go back out again.
Where did you get it from? Where did it come from?
I kind of felt... I started as a nanny and I did a childcare course at college, and certain things didn't kind of sit right with me. You know, things like if a baby was crying, that it's your natural instinct to respond to it. And just to treat your children as you would a friend or a relative. If your friend or your mum was sat crying, you wouldn't ignore them, you'd respond to their needs. And I just feel that that's what you should do, like, to your children as well.
And as the years have gone on with your first children, I mean, they're now all homeschooled, but to begin with, that wasn't the case. So this has become, as the years have gone by and you've had more children, you've sort of become stronger at this, really.
Yeah, just stronger, and you just kind of, you know, people think that the more children you have, like, the wiser you become and you suddenly become this really good mother. But I'm still learning just the same as a first-time mum, and just as your journey goes on, you change things, that what works for one might not necessarily work for another. And you keep your basis of your style of parenting the same, but then you just adapt it on the way. And
Well, I watched the programme that you were on the other night with Anne Robinson, and I thought it was a very, very well-made programme. As she did, there was no judgment at all, but people do judge.
They feed their baby, they give birth to their babies, they feed them, they keep them close until they're old enough to kind of venture off on their own.
For you, when is old enough?
It's on their cue, really, because, again, it's an individual thing. One may be ready at 2 to kind of start sleeping in their own bed. One might not be ready till sort of 5 or 6, and it's just going by their lead.
When do you get time for yourself as a couple?
When the children go to bed.
But then they're in your bed.
And then they're in our bed. But if we're downstairs, we'll have a hug, like, on the sofa. If we go to the forest as a family, we'll have, like, you know, a quiet time because the children go off and play.
Right.
So, you know, there's always plenty of time.
You find that time for each other within the situation that you have.
Yeah.
The other thing, Sean, was that that you're the hunter-gatherer. It's all quite Neanderthal, really, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
Sort of nurturing at home in the nest with the cubs.
Yeah.
And you're the hunter-gatherer. So you're not really, although you're a very hands-on dad, you're not really involved until after the age of 2.
Well, I still change nappies and give them cuddles and that, but what it is like, Annie won't go out of the house and leave her younger children with anybody. Do you know what I mean? She won't leave, leave their side, sort of thing. So.
Do you totally, and have you always approved of these parenting methods?
Yeah, fine. Makes me able to go surfing a lot more, so...
And if you didn't approve, would it make any difference at all?
No.
Well, I don't think that we would have got together anyway.
No, exactly.
We're similar people, so...
There'll be a lot of people thinking, oh, this attachment parenting, they're going to grow up, they're not going to be independent, they're not going to, you know, they're going to be very attached to you, it's going to be a red... Obviously, I see you shaking your head there, because the older children here, you've grown up, you've left the nest.
Exactly.
You've got your own lives going on. How do you feel looking back at the way you were brought up?
Absolutely. I think Mum did exactly what she thought was right at the time, and I think that's the main important thing about it. Because I think the stigma with attachment parenting kind of means clingy children. And it really isn't the case at all. It's more so bonding at an earlier stage in their life. And then Mum promotes independence as you grow up and go through the ages.
Do you think that it gave you a confidence, in a way, to then become an adult, because you were surrounded by love and had everybody there?
Yeah.
Did that help you?
Absolutely, and you know that you can speak to Mum about absolutely anything you're worried about. Like, I have some friends that sort of are a bit nervous to talk to their parents about certain subjects.
Are you all right?
No, you need to toilet.
Oh, go to the
that's okay.
Of course you can. There's one through there, the closest one.
Just that one over there.
That's it. Oh, bless. Oh, no, that's all right. When you've got to go, you've got to go.
Nature calls.
Exactly. And so is it something you do go on and adopt with your families, I guess, when you eventually go on to have children?
I agree with the co-sleeping, definitely, and baby wearing, because it's keeping you close. Again, it's still going back to that same bond.
Yeah.
And I intend to leave the breastfeeding to the future wife.
What about you, Sam? You think same sort of view?
Yeah, same sort of view. So I do have a daughter, and I agree with a lot of what my mum does, but with Lily, the case would be completely different because she's a completely different child, and I believe the only way to parent is to meet the needs of the child.
Yeah.
So I
Lily's
would do,
2, isn't she?
She's 2, yeah.
Yeah.
I would do things differently to my mum, but that's to meet the needs of Lily, because that's the way.
Look how happy he is now.
That's the way I feel like would be best to raise her up.
Yeah.
So that's the way I would do it. Yeah.
So if you've been that close to them, if they are obviously,
Yeah.
I mean, they're a credit to you. But when they leave, and a couple of the guys, you've actually got your own places now, you've sort of moved on, doesn't that make it even harder when they go to actually give them up? That empty nest
Not really,
syndrome?
because I kind of feel like it's almost like a pride thing. You kind of think, right, OK, I've put all my effort into the children over this time. They've grown into sort of strong, independent, you know, sort of happy, healthy children, and you know, I've done my job, and that's, you know, that's why I believe I'm a good mum, because I have the results